up, G Show Land, and welcome to another episode of the G Show Podcast. I am G1, and this is the Godzilla Block Party. And not just any party, baby, because we are celebrating birthday parties. And the birthday boys are here. The birthday boys are here. Oh, yeah. The birthday boys are here. Tell her the birthday boys are here. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I can't find the kazoo.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Godzilla's 69th birthday extravaganza. 69, dudes. You know what it is. And it is IG1, along with my right hand when it comes to Godzilla on the Godzilla Block Party. My brother Megzy, a.k.a. G73, a.k.a. my brother Chase. And guess what? Birthday buddies, birthday buddies, birthday buddies. Bro, how does it feel to share your birthday in such close proximity to Godzilla?
Dude, I mean, that's me and Godzilla and you, we're all Scorpios, bro.
We're all Scorpios, bro. Go Godzilla. Yeah. Oh man, we're celebrating.
Yeah, it's nice because I mean, like, if I am working something outside of my job at home, I can be like, oh yeah, my birthday is just going to be pretty busy. I get to take off like 2 weeks.
Listen, we're celebrating birthdays today. The bear is cold on ice. Everything Godzilla has been pretty nice. That's a terrible line, but I don't care. I'm going to run with it. Happy birthday, brother Chase.
Oh, thank you. It was on the 27th, but I mean, better late than never.
Tell me about it. We're celebrating Godzilla's birthday with our own salute. Here we go.
And I couldn't remember if you were November 1st or the 2nd. So
I am on the 1st of the month, as my cousin Lewis likes to remind me. Yes, he likes to remind me with the Bone Thugs and Harmony song that I was born on the 1st of the month. And I hate that song. But I digress. We're not here to talk music. We're here to talk Godzilla. And what? His birthday. What? His birthday. What? I am excited. Because holy shit. The amount of stuff we got this week, this Friday, I should say, for Godzilla's birthday. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, look, life got in the way. Spider-Man 2 got in the way. I wanted to do a live podcast. I could not. I was so tired. I literally passed out in my seat.
Yeah.
I was sleeping.
We never elaborated. Did you fall asleep?
Oh, I was knocked the fuck out.
I texted you and you didn't respond at all.
Bro, I was out like a light. All I remember is I woke up, I wiped drool from my mouth. I said, what the hell? I'm in the chair. Nobody was on. My computer was shut off already. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hop in the bed right here. Boop, hopped in the bed. Got up around 1 something in the morning. Checked Fandango for tickets to Godzilla Minus One's early celebration, the Fan Fest screening on November 29th. Tickets were available. I booked 2 for me and my brother. I went right back to bed. I didn't see the trailer for Minus One. I didn't see the JET Jaguar short. I remember seeing the Megalon with you. We're going to talk about all of that fun stuff right here, right now, for Godzilla's 69th birthday edition of the Godzilla Block Party. Happy birthday, Godzilla! And let's get right into it. Look, last year, we were all shocked by the news that Toho was dropping a brand new Godzilla movie in 1 year's time. Came out of nowhere. Nobody knew. I mean, people knew, but it was so under wraps that the fandom did not know. So when that announcement was made last year, a year ago on November 3rd, that a Godzilla movie was coming out in exactly 1 year, I couldn't believe it. None of us could. We were all like, what? And then the question started coming in. Well, we only got to get, like, they had to have been making this movie already, right? Like, we were going in. What's it gonna be about? What are we gonna do? We saw the logo. What the hell is that? It was just a big ass G. in the form of Godzilla. Why is the spike so big? Why does that look like that? Is it going to be Shin Godzilla 2? What are we doing? What are we getting at? We had no clue. Little by little, pieces started to leak. Oh, it's a period piece. What? Yeah, it's going to take place like back in the 50s. Wait, what? Is this like a brand new Godzilla origin story? All of the pieces were falling into place little by little over the year. Then you get some solid information, like, you know, a really thinly veiled plot, a plot outline. But then the first teaser where we really don't see much. And the biggest thing we see of Godzilla is him coming down chomping on the train. That was the end of the trailer. What was that? 10 seconds? 11, 12 seconds? I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was enough to get us fucking nuts. Then the first trailer dropped. And everybody fell the fuck out their seats. July 11th, 2023. I'll never forget that day. That was my brother's birthday. Rest in peace. And we were all up and we were all watching. And we were live streaming. And that trailer hit. And that trailer hit us all in the fucking mouth.
It shell shocked me.
Yes.
I was shell shocked.
In the fucking mouth. That trailer. Oh, but I digress. I'll be remiss to say. Before that trailer dropped, we were getting the cards for each Godzilla movie. From Shin Godzilla all the way down to G54. And then we were like, but what the fuck is there? Like, what the hell? And you know, we were all like, Godzilla 0, Godzilla 0, Godzilla 0. And then it was Godzilla Minus One. And at first I was like, what? Until I heard her say it in the trailer. Godzilla Minus One. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. That works. Godzilla Minus One forever. Forever. I love it. But again, then we get this
statement of Godzilla taking everything away. You think you have nothing until Godzilla comes through.
Seriously. We get that second trailer, or the first official trailer, I should say. Blows our minds. Blows our minds, especially that last shot of the trailer where Godzilla apparently just survived the fucking nuclear explosion and he's screaming up to the heavens while his skin chars and burns in front of our very eyes. And we're like, the majesty of this fucking movie is already off the charts and we haven't even seen it yet. Then we get, a couple weeks ago, we get another teaser short, another teaser trailer, and this one fucked me up. It might have had the greatest Godzilla scene of all time in this trailer. The greatest Godzilla scene of all time. Godzilla's in the water, swimming towards a boat. Looks like a little PT war boat, one of the little PT ones, and they're shooting.
Yeah, it looks like the orca from Jaws.
Yeah, with a 50 cal on the back, and their hand, shooting Godzilla in the face as it's swimming towards them. And the last shot of this 16-second clip or trailer teaser was Godzilla just looking at them like, did you just really shoot me in the face? Like, it's the greatest look. You don't understand. Like, I wanted to talk about this shit then, but again, life gets in the way. We all couldn't get on at the same time. It was just like, no, it's a wasted effort if we can't do it like this. If I can't have nobody else to share my excitement and enthusiasm, it just ain't gonna work. But here we are. We're doing it now. We're catching up. We see that. That blew me away. There's a piece in that trailer where I was like, what the hell just happened? Which kind of got me scared. I'm not gonna lie. I got nervous. And that was seeing the dorsal plate move on the tail. And I'm like, did it just like open up? Like, did it just like shift to the side and open up? That shot scared me because I'm like, I don't want no Shin Godzilla laser out the back shit. Like, I don't want it. Not for this. Not where this is set. It would take away from the realism, in my opinion. But again, this giant monster. That's already taking the realism out of it, right? I digress again. November 3rd, 2023, Godzilla Minus One opens in Japan, and they show a fucking new trailer. Go figure. Why would you do it? I don't know. I watched it once. I'm not gonna watch it again. I watched it. I didn't want to watch it. I watched it once. A lot of the same scenery, a lot of the same chewing, a lot of Godzilla. But my fear with the dorsal fins has subsided. A definite spoiler if you don't want to know. But what they do there in that shot of that in that trailer, I was like, I'm on board. I am so fucking with it. They basically cocked Godzilla. They got him ready to fire. They pulled the chamber back and let it slide back into place. I said, motherfucker, is this for real? Is this for real? I am so ready. Brother Chase, you have no idea. I am so ready for this movie. I just gotta make sure I stay alive from now until November 29th when I go see it. And then I'm gonna see it on the 30th.
It won't be too easy, it won't be too hard to do.
I don't know. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. I don't know. I might eat too much and bust. Blah.
I guess just have Thanksgiving by yourself. Don't be around the in-laws and
Yeah.
the family members you can't handle more than an hour.
Seriously, just go to McDonald's, get a McRib, and call it a night.
Yeah, I'm waiting for McDonald's to start doing Thanksgiving. Give us a McTurkey.
Oh, perfect. A McTurkey with some McCranberry. I'm down.
Yeah, I think McDonald's stuffing sounds scary, but I'd be curious to see how toxic it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't eat that. We're so close to Godzilla Minus One.
Might turn you into Godzilla.
Not a bad way to go. I'll tell you that. But no, I am serious. Like, I am so excited. I am so ready. This movie literally is less than a month away right now. Whether you're going to the early fan screening or you're going to see it on December 1st. It's literally less than a month away. And I cannot wait for this movie because I don't really want to get my hopes up, but from everything I've seen from the trailers alone, from shot selections to just seeing Godzilla burnt to a crisp, screaming at the sky, knowing that a bomb just dropped on him. That's so obvious. You've never seen it before. This movie has all the makings to be the greatest Godzilla movie ever made. And it's
absolutely,
and it's making me sick, and I can't wait. Your take on the trailers and the year that's led up to where we at right now. And we'll get into all the special stuff, but just for Godzilla Minus One.
Yeah. So for me, I was completely shell-shocked when it came out. Like, I was kind of like, it was so fast with that first teaser trailer we saw. I was like, my brain was totally still trying to comprehend what I was seeing. And then it was more after I was by myself trying to go to sleep at night watching it and playing with it and thinking about it. I'm like, dude, this looks like it's going to be something nuts. And then as more and more started coming out and stuff, and then all of what really got me were the images that started, like the magazine images. That's when I started to get really excited. Like, my wallpaper right now is still that one for the magazine, and it's Godzilla with his spines charged and he's looking into the sky.
Yeah.
But no, it was like I slowly started to get really excited, but once I got excited, it was like it's the only thing that's on my mind is Godzilla Minus One. And I'm glad because I'm at the point where I have not spoiled the movie to me, and I have shut off all social media up to this point. I'm done with the news stuff because it's out, and I've already seen some reviews on YouTube that it's enough of them. There's some American people that have seen it and have talked about it and said what they've done, and that's all I need to know is that, what they're saying, that they like it and stuff. I saw a few Japanese reviewers talk about it in English, saying that it is just a masterpiece. So I'm done. I don't need any more. I shut off my Twitter, shut off my Facebook, shut off my Instagram. And so I bought my shirt and I bought my tickets, and I'm going to be seeing it in D-Box on the 29th, 7 o'clock here. and I'm ready to go, man. The trailers just kept getting more and more exciting for me, and I did see one thing that involved a story plot. There was a news article for Japan. I won't go into details, but it does make me really excited to see, because it just seems like the writing is so great in this movie.
Yeah.
The characters are so well written. And I am just so ready for this. I'm so ready for this Godzilla movie to just be a masterpiece. And I'm looking forward to it, you know, and those teaser trailers were really cool. I love that shot of, I thought it was hilarious seeing Godzilla chase a boat like that. I thought that was funny, but I'm excited to see it, you know. And then him standing on the bank of the shore, you know, and he's just staring like, you know, it's like are you ready for my turn now? I mean, it's like it's this Godzilla is showing so much sinister personality, and I am just like, man, this thing's gonna be cool. And with me, I just want a Godzilla movie that, if it's gonna be different, but it's not gonna be Shin Godzilla different, and it's gonna be great in its own, in its traditional way, that can prove that it can just stay the way it is, you know. So I'm excited for where this goes. I've seen people say it's better than Shin Godzilla, so I hope that's true. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see that teaser, that trailer they dropped at midnight the other night. That was for the Western audience.
Okay.
That was for the release for them, for us.
Okay.
So that trailer was for America, which was kind of cool. But I have to stop. I gotta stop. I'm done watching all the stuff. I want to be completely. I want to go into this not knowing more information than I do, because I want to be complete. I want this excitement that I feel to carry me to the 29th, because I'm afraid that if I see any more, and not that I'm afraid, that I know if I see any more, I am going to be burnt out by the time this movie comes, and I will not be excited, because that's what happened with Godzilla vs. Kong. And that's what happened with King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters was a different story, because that was just everything was shown in that trailer, and their trailers. But I don't want to come to the point where I'm like, I'm not excited anymore. So I'm leaving it as is. I'm excited. I'm just along for whatever merchandise comes out, as long as it's not spoilery.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm like, it's already the 5th, pretty much, of November. So we got 24 days. That's almost two weeks and a half. We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it.
We can do it. We can do it. I'm with you. Like I'm. My social media is a cut. I was on YouTube earlier today, and I was like, oh man, what the hell? There was like a review up already, and I'm like, no, dude, well, come on. And it was like an American review. But since I was on my TV and the Xbox, I wasn't able to like take that off. So like when I go to work, or matter of fact, later on tonight on the computer, I'll just go to that. I'll just go to YouTube. If I see any reviews or something like that, I'll just hit not interested, because I'm on YouTube a lot. So, you know, I don't want to see nothing.
Don't recommend channel stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I did that for Spider-Man 2 in its entirety. I haven't gotten one Spider-Man 2 thing at all. Now that I beat the game, I don't care. But, you know, until I played it, I was like, nope, get it out of here. But I'm going to do the same thing with Godzilla. I want to go into this with everything I've only seen. You know, like, that's it. Only what I've seen so far, and I'm going in. I cannot fucking wait for this movie. I just can't.
Yeah.
And Toho's doing a damn good job with the marketing and stuff. I just hope there's no other trailer. I don't want to see another one. Like, don't drop a trailer the week of.
They're gonna put out a trailer on the 1st of December. They're gonna put out a launch trailer. And they might put out a trailer for IMAX because, you know, they did that with Shin Godzilla. But I don't know. The marketing, it could be different this time around, but I see them still following the same formula. The only difference is this time they're saying it's like 38 territories outside the U.S. that are going to be getting it.
Oh, wow.
And I think Shin Godzilla was 36. But I can't remember for sure.
So I was on Fandango and stuff, and yeah, I got my tickets for the 29th. I was happy I locked that in. They got tickets available for the Thursday show, which is great, which means it's a legit, it's coming out, you know what I mean? Like, it's not not like a special that only comes out for a couple of days. This movie's it's coming out. It's not like a one-day event thing.
For the 29th it is. The IMAX thing it is, but then it comes out in the first for a few weeks.
Right, that's what I mean. So, but what I'm saying is, like, Thursday has showings.
Yes.
They have the preview showings, right? I will say what I'm upset about is the only thing out here that's close to me, the IMAX and the Cinemark XD, they're only showing them on those screens on the 29th. After the 29th, they're going on a regular screen. And the IMAX theater doesn't have anything posted for the 30th on. Only the 29th, which I find fucking shocking because that AMC theater has something like 16 theaters in it.
That's because of the Beyonce film.
Maybe, but everything else has show times.
Oh, I gotcha.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know if like that theater in general is only going to show it the one night. I mean, I don't think so. It's a nationwide release. I would assume that they're going to have more showings, but I just don't think it's going to be on IMAX after that, and that's a little upsetting. Although the IMAX where I saw Deadpool 1, no, I'm lying. What was it? Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2? One of the Deadpool movies. I think it was one. Up by my brother's house. That's going to have Shin Godzilla playing in that IMAX. I mean, Shin Godzilla, oh my god, Godzilla Minus One. So, if this movie blows my mind the way I'm hoping it blows my mind, that weekend I'll be paying a visit to that IMAX. Just to watch it again.
I'll also say this. Theaters update their scheduling sometimes weeks later, like a week later. So I'd check by Wednesday again to see if anything else is different, because it could, just because some theaters have posted doesn't mean others times won't post. So I'd check Wednesday, because Wednesdays, at least up here in where my neck of the woods is, the theater chains would update their listings every Wednesday. That's so fair. Give it till next Wednesday. If it's not there by next Wednesday, I mean, you can still keep checking, but I'd say that'd be a safe bet. But yeah, I'd say give it to next Wednesday, see if anything else shows up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, for all intents and purposes, pretty much every theater around me in my vicinity and a little bit further out, they're playing it now. They're playing in the 4DX theater, the only 4DX theater in Nevada that I know of. They're playing it there, and that's got it's not just one night; it's a continuous thing. So I'm like, do I go and travel the 25 minutes just to go sit in a 4DX and see how that is for Godzilla Minus One?
Well, I'll say this: my theater that I have to go see it is 20 minutes away, anyways. So I say go for it.
No, yeah, the IMAX I'm going to is about 20 minutes away. Depending on traffic.
Yeah.
Depending on traffic.
See, so what I'm doing is I'm seeing it in D box, which is where the seats move. Okay. And it's like a recliner, and it's in a 4DX screen. So it was like 30, almost $36 for my ticket. It was insane. It's a pretty penny, but I'm excited for the experience.
No, yeah, listen, if I had one of those 20 minutes away from me, that's where I'd go to. But the one near us, the one near me, it's like 45 to 50 minutes away. And the only reason why I know that is because I had to go up there a couple of weeks ago. The day I got my PlayStation, as a matter of fact, I had to go up in that direction. And I was like, oh, there's that theater that has the 4DX. And yeah, so it's out of my way, but who knows? Who knows? If I go and I check and it says like there's seats available, I might just do that. I just might invite the wife. Like, all right, get ready. It's gonna be motion sickness time, but we're going in. But I just can't wait. I just can't wait.
Yeah, this movie looks like it's gonna be. See, the thing is, the way I feel is like, because I didn't like Shin Godzilla, and that being the first live action movie from Toho in a while, this movie makes it more exciting to me, because to me this feels like the definitive version of a Godzilla. And to me this feels like, no, this is the first live action movie from Toho. That was a live action movie from Anno Hideki or whoever his name is. This is a live action from Toho. So that's how I'm viewing it, and that's how I'm going for it, because I'm just stoked for this thing. This movie looks really good, and I'm happy. I'm staying away from all of it, and I'm looking forward to reading those subtitles.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I mean, like, Godzilla Minus One is the biggest, talk of the town, because it is the latest Godzilla movie that Toho's dropping, and it's out now in Japan. So, as of this podcast, it might be floating around somewhere. I mean, I seen Final Wars early, is what I'm trying to say. I seen Final Wars real early, like a week after that movie dropped. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla, though, was cam ripped. But that was it.
Yeah, no, so was Godzilla Final Wars. I watched the cam rip, but it was a good one. It was a damn good one. But I digress. That was 2005. That was almost 20 years ago.
I'm not gonna wait to see. I'm gonna wait to see this movie. I'm gonna bask in it.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'm the same way. I just can't. I'll get frustrated. I can't bootleg a Godzilla movie.
I gotta give my money to the big G. So. Yeah,
I can't. I say I can't bootleg a Godzilla movie, yet my entire Hesai collection was bootleg videos. Go figure. We didn't. Listen, growing up, we didn't have the DVDs and Blu-rays available yet. That shit just wasn't a thing. Those movies weren't here yet.
Hey, I know Miramax is not the greatest, but don't call it a bootleg.
No, all right, Miramax was the only exception. But anything after that, King Ghidorah, Mothra, Mecha Godzilla, Space Godzilla, and Destroyer, straight up 100% Daikaiju video. Thank you. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
That place hooked me up. That place was the damn thing. But anyway, celebrating Godzilla's birthday. There's more because it's not only Godzilla's 69th birthday, but Brother Megzy, it's your namesake's 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
And what did Toho give us? Not one, but two Godzilla videos, 10 minutes a pop. One featuring Megalon himself, one featuring Jet Jaguar. Both of them top notch. Let's talk about that Megalon one. And since you are Megzy himself, what were your thoughts on that Godzilla vs Megalon short we got for Megalon's 50th anniversary?
Dude, I loved it. I watched it with the American subtitles last night, and it added the context to it and made me appreciate it a lot more. I didn't know this was like supposed to piggyback off of Gigan. And like I didn't realize, because in the subtitles they would say like the dead carcass you see in the very beginning, that's a Gigan.
That's Gigan Rex.
And it's like I didn't realize Gigan and Megalon were supposed to be related, but like that's kind of like what they were trying to like show is like, yeah, these things are like related in a way. And like I thought that was pretty interesting. So like I thought that was cool. And then the context of it was pretty cool, you know. I will say YouTube kind of botched the subtitles. There were some grammar issues and context issues that kind of didn't make sense, but I appreciate Toho at least putting in the effort for that, and it made me appreciate the short. I loved the mix of the live action and the CGI.
Yeah.
You know, that Megalon was a great Megalon design. That thing was fierce looking.
Yes.
That thing was spooky. And I liked it. I thought that was cool. And then Godzilla himself, you know, I like that Gigan Rex Godzilla. I think he's cool. I love that it's just Junior. You know? And the quirkiness. I mean, the not quirkiness, because it wasn't like cheesy, but like him channeling his atomic abilities in different ways. That was so cool. I love the part where he like has a Super Saiyan punch and he shoots atomic energy out of his fist. And then when Megalon's catching on to his atomic breath, he like shoots a flash of light out of his mouth just to like blind Megalon. That was so cool. I thought that was a lot of fun to see. And then of course, you know, the atomic pulse out of his back and he launches himself like a flying the tail thing into Megalon. That stuff was just great.
They did what they did in Godzilla vs Kong, man, where Kong took the axe and, you know, tried to, you know, kill Godzilla by shoving it down his throat, the way King Kong did in King Kong vs Godzilla, where he had the tree. And I mean, they paid homage to it. The kangaroo kick is in this. The kangaroo kick was in this, and you know what? I loved it. I loved it. I love the entire thing. What I did not love is I am so mad at myself for not taking chances in life, right? Because I shit you not. I had this crazy ass idea about them using, well, it wasn't just mine. I gotta be honest. I did kind of steal that from Godzilla versus the Robot Monsters. But at the same time, I was kind of like, what if you can control Jet Jaguar using like this super AI, but in a lab? It looked like a brain, and I named it and everything. I had an acronym name. I'm not going to say it because my ideas keep getting stolen. So I'm not going to say it, but I have it. It's all written down. But it was Junior. In the direct sequel to Godzilla vs. Destroyer would have been Godzilla vs. Megalon. And the way I had it was, at the end of Godzilla vs. Mothra, when Godzilla kills Batra and they both fall into the ocean and Mothra does the seal, Batra's body actually went down into this earthquake and into Zootopia. And when they did it, they used Batra to resurrect the mummified Megalon. And what I had, the Zoetopians were the original Cosmos, who created those weather systems that they said in Godzilla vs. Mothra. Well, at least in the Japanese version. I never watched the English dub, so I can't speak and say if they followed that through when the fairies are telling their backstory. But in the Japanese version, the reason why the civilization of the cosmos fell apart was because of the war and factions. They created these weather machine type of things and pretty much drowned themselves. So I was like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. They became Zoetopians. That was my idea. That was my theory. And they used Batra to resurrect Megalon. Megalon goes on a rampage. That was my idea. And then I see Gigan Rex resurrecting Megalon in the same way I thought of doing it. And I'm like, no. And it killed me, man. It killed me. I sat there and I was stabbing at myself like, I had this idea brewing now for 20 plus years. 20 plus years, this idea has been in my brain. And with the advent of the comic books and IDW and all that shit, I was like, this is the way you get it done. Like, you go and you throw a pitch and say, yo, let's do something called Godzilla X, right? And X is a placeholder. Because again, everything I do gets stolen. For crying out loud, I had an idea for a fucking cyborg guy. I'm not making this up. I drew a picture one time, right? I drew a picture when the Godzilla Compendium came out way back in the day. There's a picture from Godzilla vs Mothra, and I drew that Godzilla. And what I did was I gave it like Kano eye and appendages, right? And I just kind of like continued it a bit. So I made it a cyborg. And then the motherfucking Godzilla TV show, all right, Godzilla, the animated series, does Cyborg Godzilla. And they do it way better than I thought. And they do it. And I was like, motherfucker, there's my cyborg. Shit. I digress again. Seeing Gigan Rex being used to resurrect Megalon, I was like, it's gorgeous. I loved it. But I was so upset because I was like, that was my idea. I was like, oh man, if only I would not be afraid to go and get it done, right? Because I had it in my head. I got it mapped out. It'd be a comic book. It'd be like a 6-issue comic. And then we can just take it. We can do a Showa series. We can do a Heisei series. And we can do a Millennium series. And we can do them. And I had it all mapped out. But I missed the boat.
It's all right. It's all right, man. When I end up making it as a movie director, when I get through school and all of that, you'll be along and we can make monster movies.
Perfect. Perfect. But no, I loved it. I thoroughly loved it. And like you said, Megalon, see, I don't think Megalon gets enough love and props. I love Megalon not because it was the first Godzilla movie I ever owned, literally owned. I love Megalon because of that design. I love Megalon because of the sound design.
Yeah.
I love Megalon because he didn't have not one energy weapon. He had the motherfucking he had the napalm blast. I loved that thing. It was cool as fuck. And then of course JET JAGUAR. I mean, like, I was cool as shit. But look, I got my Megalon right here. I'm not making it up. Hey, there he is.
I gotta get me that figure now. That thing's fucking cool. I gotta get me a Megalon figure. It makes me want to go back and watch Godzilla vs Megalon, and the thing is, I might watch that tonight now that we're talking about it, because I just love the part in that movie where JET JAGUAR is being beaten up, and Megalon spits out the bomb, and is just like playing with JET JAGUAR with it before it blows up.
Yeah.
I remember that as a kid. I love that part. But yeah, dude, I might have to watch that tonight.
It works still, man.
No, I thought it was interesting. The red rockets he was shooting out of his mouth, was that supposed to be like that but different version?
Yeah, it's the napalm, but they just made it look like, yeah, they modernized it. Yeah. And I wasn't mad.
I don't like calling it red rockets for people that have dogs, but you know.
Napalm blasts. That's what it's.
Napalm spears.
Yeah, napalm spears. But no, like what they did for Megalon in this was fantastic. I'll be honest with you. I hated the Gigan Rex look. I loved the short. I absolutely adored it. I loved it. But the look of Gigan and the Gigan Rex, they look pot-bellied. They just look
bloated.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I was like,
like a frog.
Yeah, it wasn't cool. It was just like, this is awful. Megalon, on the other hand, yo, that was the redesign I've been looking for. That is a perfect redesign of Megalon. And they've been a bunch out there, but this one just hit the head.
It looked like they took inspiration almost from Larry Quatch's design.
Yep.
But they did their own take.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have like praying mantis arms or the body that's thin.
Right. I love like when Megalon, you know, gets ready to fly and the way his wings come out. Like all of that works, man. I was just like, this is perfect. I would have loved to see that in live action. And honestly, like you said, the juxtaposition between live action and CG, really fucking good. There is there is spot on shit in there. And I loved it. I was sitting there, I'm like, yeah, you know, this works on every level. Yeah, I could see it looking animated, but at the same time, I could see it looking like a CG model in a real city. Like it fucking worked for me, and I loved it.
And the thing is, I think with us Godzilla fans being in the type of I don't want to say cult, but the fandom we're in, we can get away with what they're doing with stuff like that because of us already being in this type of fandom. I feel like, like with the tongue-in-cheek stuff and the stuff that's kind of like the live action mixed with the CGI and stuff like that. I feel like if they did a mini series or like a show that did that, it would be totally passable, and us fans would be completely happy with that.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's where I was going for my next topic.
All right.
The final video of Godzilla Day, which thankfully Toho put back up with better audio and visual, was the Godzilla Fest number 4, Godzilla vs Jet Jaguar. Bro.
All right.
Before we got onto podcast, I had rewatched that. I watched it again now on my TV through Toho's official page with the subtitles and all that, right? And I sat there and I said to myself, my God, this is what Ultraman be doing. And Ultraman works. Why can't we get a Godzilla TV show? Why can't we do it? Film it in that aspect, that ratio, with that camera lens, like it's a novella, like it's a soap opera. And have the giant monsters. It was fantastic. I don't know what the cost would be, but here's the deal. You look at that short and then watch it. It's not like watching a movie. It's like watching a stage show. But it works. Yeah. But it fucking works. It works like Ultraman works. It just works. Why can't we do this? I'm pretty sure it's called money, but why can't we get something like that on a consistent basis? I take nothing away from people who like the Monster Island stuff, the Godzilla hand puppet stuff, whatever that is. Nothing away from it. But if you want to do a live action Godzilla show without having to make a movie and shell out X amount of money, like, just do what you did there. Just do what you did there. Godzilla looked fantastic. Jet Jaguar looked fantastic. The miniatures looked fantastic. The explosions, the special, like, it all worked. It all worked. Why aren't we doing this on a regular basis? And not yearly. Like a regular monthly thing. Like, this should be a TV show. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's a thing where it's like Toho's just reinventing their wheel, man. We'll see what's going on. That's the one thing I'll say is a little disappointed. Maybe I just couldn't understand the context, but this live stream had a lot of places where it was default screen and a lot of talking. So I don't know what they were really saying. I will say, and why I'm saying is because I was looking forward to news of what was going on, because there was a segment there was supposed to be news. But I don't know anything that they said there's going to be news-wise. Nothing of, like, anything else. Like, no future films, no future stuff. Just, I guess next year is King Ghidorah? That's the focus?
That's what it looks like. But here's what I'm thinking. Because next year is also the 50th anniversary of Godzilla vs Mechagodzilla. And in the subtitles, when this short ended, it said to be continued, and it said, I think it said Fest Godzilla, but it's Godzilla Fest 5, and it said something about, like, pretty much all monsters attack or some shit in that regard, right? It's not just Mechagodzilla, it's not just Jet Jaguar, Godzilla, and King Ghidorah. I'm pretty sure we're going to see King Caesar. I'm almost 100% certain. And the same thing when it comes to the animated thing. Are we going to get a Mechagodzilla animated, or are they going to really twist it and bring Mechagodzilla City to full form? You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there. It's
I don't know, man.
It's Mechagodzilla's 50.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but that's the thing. They didn't really talk about much of that, but we'll see. But I'm looking forward to whatever they have. But yeah, I was a little disappointed because I kind of wish they would have, said something about Singular Point, but I think it's safe to say we're not getting this season 2.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day. That's not happening. We heard nothing about it. I'd be shocked if sometime between now and next November 3rd we hear something. I'd be absolutely shocked, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. So I think the main focus is -1, and that's pretty much, and then just the anniversary of Jet Jaguar Megalon.
So, but what did you think of the Jet Jaguar short?
Okay, I'm gonna be. Those shorts are kind of hard for me to get into, just because I don't know. I've never liked watching, even in the Heisei movies, when Godzilla flails his arms and stuff. Like when the actor in the suit just does a lot of that. It kind of just bothers me. So when I see these shorts, I like them for what they are and appreciate them for the homages. But all of that aside, like, I just they're not my cup of tea.
Okay.
But I do appreciate them for what they are, and I always look forward to watching them. But I just feel like, I don't know. If it was me, like, I was like, if I was making this for Toho, I would make it to where it's like Godzilla at least feels a little bit more like Godzilla and not an actual man in a suit. Because like when then Godzilla like flails his arms and stuff, it just kind of makes me cringe. But I mean, I don't hate them. I'm not saying that. They're just not my thing. I preferred the Gemstone video, of course, more than it. But I mean, I always look forward to see what Toho has every year. If they're going to continue this trend, I'm always going to watch them and see like what they have in store and appreciate what they put out. I appreciate what they did. I just wish it. I wish they could give it a better budget. But I understand. It's like they're not trying to make a movie. They're trying to just pay homage to the Showa and the past. And to me that's fine. I just there's a part of me now that's I hate that I'm this way because it's like I love Godzilla to death, but now it's like I get cringe. I feel cringe at some of the stuff I see because of just the actors doing certain stuff, but it's not a thing where it's like I'm not gonna watch them.
Nah.
I just wish it was different.
No, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I guess that never bothered me much, so like I like that stuff. Especially like I just did. I like this Jet Jaguar. I like that they brought him and modernized him, even though he looks exactly the same. I love it. But just everything worked, man. Everything worked. Hey, what's that behind you?
What's what?
That shadow behind you.
This is a curtain.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like a bed sheet.
All right. Yeah, all right. That makes sense. All right. Completely off topic, ladies and gentlemen. Completely off topic. It's like it's Halloween and Brother Chase's house all over again. It's like I see ghosts.
No Mike Myers.
No. But yeah, no. I thoroughly enjoyed this short. I loved it. I like that there's a continuation to it. I'll be honest with you. I could have done without the King Ghidorah.
Yeah, I was expecting Megalon.
Yeah, same. Same. When I saw the Corona beam,
that was just such a weird left field to me, or right. I was like, I don't. Yeah, it was kind of like, what?
I'll tell you why. Because they weren't doing these things, and they figured, oh shit, we are way past King Ghidorah's 50th anniversary. We got to do something with them, right? Like next gen Mechagodzilla. Think about that. Next year, Mechagodzilla and King Ghidorah. I mean, they're both of them are the greatest nemesis of Godzilla ever. Period. So that might be the way they're thinking. I don't know. I'm not certain. I was shocked to see the GMK King Ghidorah suit. They redid that though. Did you like the throat part? The throat of King Ghidorah's suit, the necks.
So
looked really
here's
weird.
the thing. I watched it during the live stream, and it was terrible. Like the quality and the sound, it was bad. I couldn't point out much details at all.
Wait, you didn't see the new thing that you posted today yourself?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, dude!
I posted it for you guys because, like I said, I don't like that stuff the way you guys do. Which, so like I was doing it for you guys.
You are the absolute worst. Why are you even here? You're the right hand when it comes to Godzilla and Godzilla Black Party, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, dude, no, but I do respect that. Oh my God, dude, it is so fucking beautiful to look at and hear and see in HD, man. Like, put that shit on your PS5. Come on!
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it later just to see it in its full quality.
Yeah, full quality. I'll tell you right now, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
Especially if you said there's subtitles and stuff.
And there's subtitles, yes, sir. Because the end even says to be continued. It straight up says to be continued. And I'm like, here we go. But no, I loved it. I loved. Again, it's the little things. The musical choices were great. Godzilla's Roar was 1984, so already it wins everything because you know me, that's my favorite Godzilla. Up until I see -1, that's my favorite Godzilla. Got the best roar, got the best look. That's my favorite Godzilla. -1 is going to take it over, hands down, take it over. But I like those little things. I like seeing, Final Goji walk around being a badass. That was and that's and in the subtitles it says it, like in the beginning, that scroll that they put up on the screen, it basically says after Godzilla kicked Hedorah and Gigan's ass, there was nothing else in his path, so he just went on a rampage, started fucking up places in Japan. And I was like, oh shit. So the self-defense force was like, yeah, we had enough of this, let's create a countermeasure, Jet Jaguar. And I'm like, that's dope. So it was cool, man. I definitely dug that. It's for the last 3 years, Toho has not gone wrong when it comes to their shorts, whether it was animated or live action. They've nailed it. Although,
you're right.
3 years ago, I don't even think they did an animated one, right? Because I don't recall.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it just started last year, right? With Gigan Rex.
Yeah.
Like, he was doing his shit on his own, but this was like the first time it was like Toho stamp and approve. Right?
Say that one more time, sorry.
Like, they were doing this all on their own, but last year was the first time that it was like stamped and approved by Toho.
Yes, yeah. They were making shorts, and then Toho reached out to them. They were making like little short videos, and then Toho, I guess, shook their hand and said, "Hey, make movies with us," and I guess pay them.
Well, it worked out. Both of them worked out so much. The CG stuff with the live action people juxtapositioned into it. And Godzilla versus Jet Jaguar, I loved it. I did. They did the song at the end. They did the punch song at the end. I just saying. You can't hate something. You can't hate 10 minutes. And while I get the flailing, there's a couple of scenes where like Godzilla's fingers are like totally bent backwards, and I'm like, oh my god, the costume.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I just kind of get. Just takes me out of the immersion.
But overall, man, you got to stick with it, man. It's so good. It's so good. It really was.
I love and appreciate those things, but I just don't favor them.
Like I said, beginning, I would love to see something like this every week in some kind of like soap opera form. You could totally pull it off. We're gonna get that. Legendary's giving it to us, right? In a couple of weeks, the 17th. Monarch, Legacy of Monsters.
Which was another big trailer they dropped at Godzilla show.
Yes, it was. We saw a lot more of the monsters that they showed that is not Godzilla. We saw a lot of them. There's more story opening up. There's more depth to it. And all I can say is, are we really getting an American Godzilla and then Godzilla Minus One, Japanese Godzilla in the same month? Like, are we really?
Yeah. Told you, man. They're not competing, but it's still going on.
I'm dead. Ugh, I fainted. I'm dead. You has died. That's insane.
Dude, it's like being quadruple stuffed with turkey.
Bro, legit. It's insane. It's insane. And the craziest part of all of it is, across the board, everything is clicking. Everything. It's clicking for Toho with Godzilla Minus One. Again, I thoroughly enjoyed the Godzilla vs Megalon short, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Godzilla vs Jet Jaguar stuff. Thoroughly. And then seeing the American stuff, Monarch stuff, and I'm just like, yo, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, we are living in the Godzilla Renaissance. I mean, and we just talked about that stuff. We didn't even talk about the merchandise yet. The shit that I just spent like almost almost $300 on. It's insane. The shit that's been coming out, and I'm sitting here like, let me count my money. 1, 2, I just paid bills. 3, 4. Oh my God, I'm broke. Thanks, Godzilla. Shit.
Yeah, dude, he's getting worse than United States taxes.
Word. Godzilla's becoming Star Wars on a fucking toy market. It's driving me nuts. Old school Star Wars when they were selling out. I just purchased. I mean, you see the wall behind me. Like, I have, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know, I've probably said it a million times. The wall behind me is full of Godzilla Super 7 reactions, right? Full of them. I put little hooks up on the walls, and I hang them. I've got a couple of them laying around. I got Megalon over here. I got Mechagodzilla and Mechagodzilla Titanium over here. I got Godzilla 74 Minion hanging out over here. They're not on the wall. They're hanging out over here. Behind me also, I got Godzilla 62 and Gigan glow in the dark. Both of them. They're just hanging out in the corners, like just sitting there. And now I'm getting Godzilla 74 and Megalon glow in the dark, right? Rodan retro colored suit, which is blue Rodan. Gigan retro colored, which is like this weird Gigan figure I had that's technically Gigan, but technically not Gigan. It's like a workaround, but it is Gigan. I'm getting that color, and then I'm getting the creme de la creme, cream of the crop. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. A Godzilla 1984, which I own up there already, reaction. A repaint of the, and I don't remember the American toy manufacturer that did it, but it was a Godzilla that came out in the 80s that my grandmother bought for me for Christmas. And it looks like Godzilla has lipstick on. Like he has a red rimmed mouth.
So is this the Shogun?
No, it's not Shogun. It's oh my God. I forgot the name of it, but I love this thing. I loved it. I saw a wrestling event one time, long time ago. ECW. Long time ago. And one of the craziest people in that wrestling company was a man called New Jack. And New Jack would come to the ring with a fucking garbage bale on wheels full of weapons. And he was fighting, I'll never forget it, Bam Bam Bigelow. And he pulls this Godzilla out of the trash. And this thing is hard plastic. Hard. And he takes the spike, he takes it by the tail and spike first. Boop! He put the dorsal fins into Bam Bam's fucking forehead. busted them open. I'll never forget that. I'm pretty sure might be, smudging some of the facts. It was a long-ass time ago. Literally.
Well, that's an expensive hospital bill.
Sir, tell me about it. But it was fantastic. And they're coming out with that Godzilla. They're coming out with that Godzilla in a Reaction Super 7. I'm done. Broke. Got the t-shirt from Cavity Colors ready for... I'm done.
Well, my biggest fear is when Minus One comes out and we've seen it, and all that merchandise that's available, if I love the movie as much as I feel like I am, I'm going to be broke from that, because I plan on getting tons of collectibles from that.
Yeah.
Because they got some cool Minus One stuff coming out. I love that Bandai figure they didn't show at the event, but the thing that leaked the other day, and it was the Bandai with the blue spikes. I gotta get that.
Yeah, that was fucking dope. That's where they released the Bag-In too, right?
That was before that.
Okay. Cause I got Bag-In.
Yeah, this was something that was shown yesterday.
Yeah, I got Bag-In and Biollante coming. They're on their way, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find room.
But yeah, there was a lot of merchandise shown, and there's still merchandise popping up that they're still showing off and stuff, and it's just crazy. Toho's going all out on merch. I just wish I was able to buy those keychains, and I can't, and I'm mad. Can't get that website, Bai's website, to work or even find it, but oh well, I'll figure it out eventually. But I'm not going to pay $40 for a keychain.
Yeah, that's the problem with international shipping, bro. But anyhow, listen.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, the Monarch stuff. Are you pumped?
Oh, absolutely. I've been seeing some not early reviews, but some places we've seen that have seen the show already have been saying some stuff about it and saying it's really good. They're saying it's a really good show. They're saying good things about it, so I'm excited. I'm just excited to see Kurt Russell on an adventure trying to find Godzilla. I'm stoked for that, man.
Well, if the trailer's any indication, that's gonna happen sooner than later. So.
Right. But yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have Minus One, and the Monarch show is going to be all the way to January. Because it's going to be a span of an episode per week, so it's 10 weeks or so like that.
Yeah.
And then the new word on the street is, not officially, but the new Empire trailer drops mid-December. So
I can see it, especially around Super Bowl. If they want to put that money in, that will work.
Yeah. I watched that video that leaked from the Chinese conference, and Adam Wingard is talking about the movie with everyone there and stuff, and that was cool. So I'm looking forward to that too. We'll see. It's going to be a fun year for us. It's it's going to be a lot of Godzilla, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. And then, again, looking forward to the 70th anniversary. Who knows what happens at that event, So,
right.
We got a lot to look forward to.
We sure the hell do. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time we call this one quits. So I want to thank you, Brother Chase, for being on here.
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast. I'm glad we got to talk about all this.
Oh, absolutely. And thank you, everybody out there, for listening to us ramble on about the greatest thing ever, Godzilla. And Godzilla Minus One. So, happy birthday, Godzilla. Happy birthday, Brother Chase.
Oh, happy birthday to you, too. And happy birthday, Godzilla.
I love it. You got to love it. Everybody got to love it. So, we going out like that. And on that note, we all out of here. Peace.